All right, how's everybody doing this Sunday? I find my self thinking of my old football coach. He would run around every day saying, "Great day to be alive," and I can't argue with that. How's everybody doing? Cesspool, good to see you. Donald, thank you very much for the membership. I appreciate that. Dwayne, good to see you, man. Caliph, how you doing? I don't know how you guys are up so early. I went to bed last night. You guys are still on. Chrome Nuke, how you doing, bud? Jim, good to see you. Amder, how you doing today? Jamie, good to see you, 07s. Davin, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Kayla, dude, you got to stop. Thank you for those gifted memberships. I appreciate it, man. You do not have to do that. It's like Streamlabs is working. Some days it works and some days it doesn't. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Kevin, I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain, all things considered. I do, all my kids have COVID at the moment, unfortunately. And somehow it has missed me, or I'm just not feeling it. Luckily, it's been pretty light for them. So the two older ones, high fevers for like 2 days, sore throat, runny nose. It's kind of weird because like when we had it before, my kids, minor fever for like a day, and that was it. And that was like the original variant. It took me down for quite a while. This time around, it's more like common cold, flu, kind of thing. So I don't know if it's mistesting or what. I doubt it because we've tested them all multiple times. My youngest isn't feeling good now, but he's still testing negative. So, but again, even with that being said, we really can't complain because it's pretty light, and that wasn't the case for a lot of people. So. Cesspool, dude. Thank you, man. I appreciate that 5 gifted memberships. You guys are awesome. I don't know why it blocked your message there. That's weird. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Caught it and didn't realize till after the fact. Yeah, it's such a weird thing, man. Because, like, with both of my oldest kids, they were feeling bad. So on day one, when they really started feeling bad fever, and we tested both of them, and it was negative. And it wasn't until, like, a couple days in, when they were almost, when they were getting to the point where they're actually starting to feel better, like, their fevers had all peaked, that they started testing positive for it. So it's weird. It's so weird at this point, too. I still feel like we have like no idea what's going on. It's crazy. Thank you guys for the gifted memberships. I really appreciate that. And I'll take this opportunity here to, if you're in chat and you want, let me jump over to my page here. If you want to be, I think when you join the chat, it'll ask you, there's a little bubble that pops up if you want to be basically eligible for gifted memberships. I picked up a new mic arm from I was looking at it on Amazon. It was $100. It was the Wave mic armature. So it's, instead of it being a boom, it's like a two-piece arm system that folds out. It's a little more low profile. And I found one on OfferUp for $50. But I need this stupid little adapter to be able to hook my mic up to. So I was waiting yesterday because we did a live stream just playing with viewers on warships. And I put it off later and later and later because Amazon kept pushing it back and back for delivery for these little adapters. I finally got them, and I ordered the wrong damn ones. So apparently the correct ones will be coming today at some point. But I was like, you know what, I'm not pushing it back. I know, like, the later stream, especially for you guys in Europe and beyond, it you know, that's the middle of the night/morning. So. Isn't a computer one of those new tablets that come with chairs? Yeah, basically. Dude, it's crazy. My oldest kid, he started junior high last week, and they sent everybody home with Chromebooks for doing their homework and, you know, probably tracking them and everything else. We'll be going through that. You had COVID, it'll pass. Yeah, we all had it before, you know, about a year ago. Like I said, they're doing good. So, as I said before, we can't complain. All things Trek. Hey man, how you doing? Thank you for the renewal on the membership. I appreciate you. I've been looking for some more of your videos, man. You need to put some more out. They're really, really good. Give you a shout out here. I really need to update or add to all my shout out commands. Unlike on Twitch, sorry, let me type this out. Unlike on Twitch, I have to make commands for shout outs individually. I can't put like a dynamic kind of command in where you just you know, put in the username along with this, you know, the command, and it just figures it all out for you. So I apologize, but I will add to that list, and then I have to pin the list somewhere so I can remember, because I make all of them like shorter, so it's easier. But then I'm like, what did I abbreviate that to? Here is All Thing Trek 47's channel, guys. I encourage you to go check it out. What are you doing? Sorry, my kid scared me. All right. So we're going to be doing a giveaway today. We're going to do it live on stream. This was provided to me by community manager Kale from Cryptic Studios. And this is going to be for the Responder bundle that just came out. So what it includes is the Bozeman Intel Heavy Frigate, the Cabot Command Line, or Light Escort, I'm sorry, and then the Noble Miracle Worker Research Science Vessel. It also comes with, it says here, 100% off Tier 6 coupon. So it's basically a total of 4 ships. One of them is your choice from the C-Store. It's going to come with 6 ship slots, so that'll accommodate at least the 3, and then also the fleet variants of the ones from the pack. There are fleet variants of those. It'll come with 6 experimental upgrade tokens, 3 fleet modules, so you can upgrade those to the fleet versions if you want to. And then you'll get is it a title? Yeah, title, first responder. And then one of the cool things is it comes with, only with the bundle, because I think you can buy these ships individually, but only with the bundle you'll get the Mirror Universe skins for all of those ships. And I'll just pop this up on the screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at here. So it's these three ships here. I have not played any of them. I know Auggie had done reviews on quite a few, and it looks like a nice variety where you can basically kind of put together something for pretty much any, you know, play style. And if it maybe doesn't cover one of those, it will come with the Tier 6 coupon that you can just pick any one you want out of the C store for. So we'll start that here in as soon as we get done kind of covering the news, and then we're going to run some red alerts with you guys, farm out a few marks, and we'll talk about the mark situation here too in a moment. Let me go ahead and get the right page up. All right, so we will start with the patch notes. So this basically details that your game was updated for the red alert. Round 2 of the red alerts that are 2 weeks long, the 2-week long version of it. So it'll come with all the same rewards as the one that we just completed last week, except this one is going to include an experimental ship upgrade. This will run for, 14 days until the 16th, and you need to complete 10 days worth of progress for it. I have not been running this myself on my main account. I have been running it on my free-to-play for these rewards, but I just have stacks of these upgrades and these other kinds of things, and so I've been kind of focusing more of my playtime on my free-to-play account just so I could continue to, get resources there, not just on the event, but in terms of dilithium and some of those things. I'm hoping that we'll see the dilithium sale on Vanity Shields come back up sometime before the end of the year, and I wanted to grab a few of those. So, and then one thing is always to note, especially on this one, because we'll have a little bit more time. Depending on how hard you push it, you could have up to 5 or 6 days. But if you do it just, casually day after day, you'll have 4 days extra left over. And if you keep running it on day 1, you'll get 8,000 dilithium, and then that'll progressively increase every day that you do it after that. If you're someone that bought it out, which I wouldn't do unless, money's not really an issue for you. Me personally, I wouldn't do it. But if you were grinding this out from the beginning, you would be getting just tons and tons and tons and tons of dilithium. So once you finish the event, you can pick up your daily dilithium on one tune with just running the event one more time. And also know too, once you complete the event, so let's say on day 10 you complete the event, you can literally just re-queue up for another red alert, and this is available to you the moment you complete it. So there's not a timer from when you complete it to when you can run it again to get the dilithium. So when you run it, complete it, claim it, and then go ahead and run it again immediately, and you'll be able to start picking up that dilithium. Short, you heading out? Have a good one, man. I appreciate you being here. So they updated the memorial plaque for Nichelle Nichols. So they did that really quick. I mean, that was, last Sunday that it was announced that she had passed away. So they were on it. Sometimes that takes a little bit longer, but they tend to be really, really on that kind of stuff. And she got added to that within a couple days of everybody finding out about it. And thank God they resolved an issue with the floater devices not going away properly when you're done with them. So it's something I've been asking for a while now. All right, so it refers us over to the blog for the red alert here, and it basically covers all the same stuff that we saw in the other one. It's kind of weird because it says in the patch notes, and I understand this is for when they put this patch out last week. I was upset. I was reading through this, and it was talking about the event campaign coming back, and it was the exact same one as last time. And I remember I had to leave. I was going to make a video on it, and it's a good thing. My wife wanted some Mexican food, so I left and went and got it, and I'm thinking about it on the way, about how I'm going to present it in the video. And I'm just like, I cannot believe they're rerunning the exact same event. And then I got back home. I'm like, let me reread all of this. And it was for console. They did it all in the same post. So console will be getting the event campaign coming up. This is actually this week's patch notes. So that should have already started for them. But I was ticked off. But anyways, they link to the blog post from the old website for more detail. But this basically covers all of it. And I'm still seeing them doing that where they're kind of linking back and forth between this site and the old site. I think we'll see the old site go away here pretty soon, but it's not a problem because there's not any kind of like weird loops where like it just sends you back and forth. It's just like they're still kind of posting some things on one and pretty much everything on the other, but in some instances they're pushing us back to the old one. So it's kind of weird. I did that minus Mexican food. Let's not start, because as soon as I just said Mexican food again, I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling a little hungry. That will sidetrack this entire broadcast here. All right, is the mud still going? I think did that end today? If it did, then it was today the 8th. No, so it ends tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So everything is on sale in the mud store except for the ship bundles, and then they've added a sword and the Targ combat pets. They're the Targs that have like the laser horns on them. The sword is the fiery looking sword. I have the fiery looking sword, but I didn't get the Targs. They're from 2 events that we had not too long ago. That's weird that it held that comment. YouTube's getting really kind of picky, but for some reason and that's okay because I can just approve them. And then for some reason the porn bots will still slide through somehow. It's kind of weird. Anyways, okay, so everything in the mud store is on sale except for the ship bundles, 75% off. So if there's anything you were looking for in there from a prior event that you had missed, now's the time that you can pick that stuff up. So this does include ships, just not the bundles. Some of them, I mean, even at 75% off are pretty expensive. And I was thinking about this the other day, right? The developers have said publicly, on live streams that, the event ships aren't supposed to be as powerful as, say lockbox ships or maybe even C-store ships. They didn't give us a real good comparison between what they should be as powerful as. In fact, I think Bordicus made that comment about the console on the Jellyfish ship that, maybe it's doing a little bit too much damage for a free ship. But the ships that are the individual ships that are in the mud store are ships that are from past events, right? So I'm not talking about the bundles. The bundles are kind of a different package. And even when they're on sale, they're still more expensive than, what a C-store ship would be. And so I understand the exclusivity. If you miss the event or whatever, then there's no other way to get it, and maybe that's why the price is higher. But I don't understand those prices, even at the 75% off, being more expensive than regular C-store ships when, they've admitted that those ships are not supposed to be as powerful. Now, given that a lot of them don't play the game and, really, understand the real core mechanics, some of them do end up being pretty powerful, at least some of the items off of them, like sometimes the traits or the consoles and things like that, like the weather control ship, the console that comes off that's very, very good for EPG. The trait's okay. But I guess maybe what they mean is as an overall package, right? You're never going to get a Juggernaut, Vodwar Juggernaut in an event or something like that, right? So anyways, if you're interested in picking any of that up, that's available to you until tomorrow. And lastly here for the blog news, we have a bonus mark event. This is going to give us 50% more marks, so 1.5 times what you would normally get for anything that basically gives you marks. So if you're working through reps on a tune, or you're trying to build up your fleet credits. Fleet marks is definitely a way to do that, although those tend to fill up quickly in projects. But especially for your rep stuff, this is a good time to really kind of stock up on that. And it'll happen just through your regular play, especially if you're running TFOs and those kinds of things. I thought it was kind of weird that this went for as long as it does, so it goes for the full 2 weeks. A couple people had said they've done that in the past, just not very often. I just don't remember it going for a whole 2 weeks. Generally, it's like a weekend kind of thing, where it starts on Thursday and ends Monday morning. So I just thought that was kind of odd that they did that, but not a problem. It's cool. So, Steven, how you doing? Martin, good to see you, man. I got those keys you sent. Thank you very much again. I really appreciate that. I'll chat with you later on today and just talk to you about how we want to give those away. I think from last times we talked about maybe splitting those up. So, anyways, I'll talk to you offline about that. Would you say it's worth getting the Kobayashi Maru? Let's look at that real quick. So, is it something I use and like and slot? The answer is yes to that. Oh, we got a nice fleet here. We're all nice and lined up, too. Awesome. So, I use it, and I like it. So you can, just so if people aren't aware, if you call this in, it will call in the Kobayashi Maru, and it'll spit out these little glowing balls of buffs, basically. That'll give you either bonus damage, max hull. You can see the list there, right? Let's look at how much that costs. So this came from an event a while back. And let's look at the Muds Market. I don't know if that'll list that as owned for me, because I didn't buy it through here. I just want to see how much it is. Because my thing is that if I didn't... It's nice to fill in a slot. But the impact isn't huge, right? Am I not seeing it because I own it? No, because I own that, and I see this here. That's not under ships, is it? Is this purchasable? Or are you just asking if you should use it? It's okay, it's 200 Zen. I wouldn't buy it for 200 Zen. Now, if you got thousands and thousands of Zen, you know, and those kinds of things, then yeah, go for it. You know, me personally, if I had missed that, and you know, especially in doing like, you know, the coordinated runs and those kinds of things, we use it, but it's more of I have enough slots on here to where I need to fill it with something, and this just gives you a little bit of that extra. So, I mean, from like a min-max standpoint, you know, it kind of helps, but it's also random of what buff you get. So I think for $20, you know, American, me personally, I don't think it's worth it. Especially if, you know, I'm always looking at the trade-off. What else could I buy with that? For $4 more with C-Store ships, so if they go on sale, I could get, you know, a whole ship that I could fly. Now, granted, you can put this on every single one, and I do use it on all of them. You know, so it's just a question of, do you think these buffs are worth that $20, you know? Because they're not huge. They just kind of top it off a little bit, especially if you're min-maxing or something like that. It does also give you another call-in. I have it down here, so if you're up in sector space, where you can call it in when you're in sector space, and you can access your bank and the exchange and all those different kinds of things. But you already get one of those, you know, playing through the storyline and that kind of thing as well. So I know that's not really a direct answer, but you know, if you had got it in the event, I would say, yeah, use it, you know, if you have room for it. Sometimes I leave it off if I only have, you know, 3 device slots. But when I have 4, I generally have it on there. I wouldn't pay $20 for it. Stargate, what's up, man? Muds ignores the fact, okay, that you have from events. Okay, got it. Because it would probably let me buy it again. That irritates me. I remember when when they did the cross-faction ship flyability, when that wall came down and you were able to do that, I was so pumped. I read like the beginning of the blog, and I logged in, and I paid I think it was $20 on sale for the cross-faction ship unlock, so I could, you know, my Fed characters could fly the Klingon ships and vice versa. And so I got it, and then later on that night, I'm talking to some friends while we're playing, and they informed me that, you know, if I had continued reading the blog all the way, that I could just, you know, level a KDF character to level, you know, 65, and that would automatically do it for free. And that was a really big bummer, because I already had a KDF character at level 65. I already had that unlock, but the game still let me purchase it, which was really irritating to me. There wasn't even a like, are you sure? Because you can already do that. All right. And then lastly, I wanted to talk about Auggie, actually. I kind of just did a brief update on the Colony Sim stream night on Friday. That was on Friday. That went really well. Thank you for everybody that showed up to that as well. We really needed those provisions. And that was a lot of fun. But I just want to kind of briefly go through, you know, what had happened with Auggie, and he's been kind of putting out some updates. I feel like that's important. I think that, you know, love him or hate him, Augie's contributed a lot to, you know, to this game, and he's a staple in it. He's probably one of the largest, you know, content creators in the game, and long-term content creators in the game that is still active. He's been making, you know, build videos and things like that since I started playing, pretty much. And early on, I used his videos heavily and played with him, heavily and was able to, get my things in order to, be able to perform a little bit better in the game. And I just mean, builds in order for going, through story missions and things like that. And even though I wasn't spending a lot of money on the game and didn't have all those kind of traits, it still helped me kind of understand, the basics and those kinds of things. So if you're not aware, last week, that would have been what, August 1st was, no, this is on the 30th. So that would have been last Sunday, a week ago, 2 days before that. So 1 day, 2 days before that. So Saturday. No, I'm losing my mind here, guys. Where is it? Twitter kind of puts these things kind of weird. Okay, so it goes down and then it goes back up. So Augie's wife had posted on a secondary Twitch or Twitter channel of his that Auggie was in the ICU and that she had found him in the chair that morning, unresponsive. So they got him over to the ICU. A couple days later, we got some updates, and I had organized this, but I think some of it updated here. Scroll up. That the okay, so we had gotten an update later on that day that he had gone into septic shock and low blood pressure, was having some pretty big issues there. So he got into surgery, and it says here, and I don't remember if this is past tense. Surgeon says heal. Okay, so this is prior to him just going in, that he'll lose his gallbladder, 2/3 of his liver, and potentially a portion of his small intestines. So that was the update that we got on August 2nd. And then it kind of felt like an eternity before we got more, but we were all just kind of watching out for this. And thank you to JB as well, Pirates Scum Gaming. He was sending me messages and keeping me updated on this while I was at work and those kinds of things. So that was nice. So we went through surgery, and there wasn't any complications, so that was very good. So we got out of that. Since then, he's been tweeting and putting his community post in. Seems like he's his old self, yelling at nurses and all these kinds of things. So he'd stated here that he was awake and that he wished he wasn't, which is how most people feel when they get out of surgery, I'll tell you. And then I'm sure you guys mostly, I wasn't aware that he had a second Twitter page, so I didn't see any of this. And again, thank you to JB for making me aware. And then I'm sure most of you guys probably follow his main Twitter page, but he's been tweeting on there and just talking about, where he's at, yelling at nurses and things like that. So he, and I didn't realize this. So a couple days prior to that, in his last video, I don't think I have it. Do I have it up? He had put this at the very end of it, and I had left the video like once it got to the credits here, and I didn't see this, and someone had brought me to this attention. I'm a terrible reader, so I'm not going to go through and read this all specifically, but if you go to his channel in his last video, go all the way to the very, very end after the credits here, he basically has a write-up, and I'll just give you the gist of it. He's been making content there for a long time, putting a lot into it. He's thanking everybody for, their support and everybody working together and, making it what it is. And I think really what he's saying here is this has helped really kind of fulfill, his life over the past, 7 years, and thanking everybody for that. But really, I think as of lately for him, I think with his health stuff and, stress and things like that, the content creating is in my words, it's probably feeling more like a job that he hates, and that's my words. Because what happens is you start to feel that pressure. I got to keep putting stuff out, and I got to keep, grinding and grinding and grinding. And I certainly understand that feeling. And Auggie really, puts out a lot of videos, and they're well thought out, research put together, and those kinds of things. For myself, I made a commitment to myself a few years ago when I started doing this channel. I'm just going to do one a week. I'm not going to, turn it into a job. This is something I love to do, and I want to do it when I do it. Other people, though, are in different situations where they rely on, these kinds of things, and, and they need it to do well, and that can drive them to push harder, I think, than maybe what, would be healthy. But in any case, so he goes through that. He thanks everybody and says that this essentially is going to be his last one. He'll leave the channel up for, a period of time, a year or two or something like that. But that's it. After he went in and came out, and I know he'd been kind of kicking around this before, maybe just going a different direction and, pursuing something I think else that is maybe, going to, I don't know, is different, you know, that doesn't feel like he's having to grind and push and those kinds of things, and just enjoys. And let me find the specific thing I'm thinking of here. So looks like he's thinking about launching or relaunching. It might be a channel he already has. That's TTRPG, which is tabletop RPGs. I know he's really into D&D and those kinds of things. And so he talks about doing that. He's put out some requests on Twitter as well about seeing if anybody else is interested in playing and doing these. So I really hope that he pursues this. Over the years he's always talked about how he did this kind of thing. He ran events and he was really into it. And I know we always ask him, well, how come you still don't do it? And I think a lot of it was just that pressure of feeling like that he needs to make the STO stuff and all of that. I hope that we'll see him go down this path and do something like this that he loves, but then maybe at the same time, at some point, he'll kind of circle back and maybe throw in, some STO content here and there. Because I think, to one degree or another, all of us have, benefited from that. And, he's a wealth of knowledge with that kind of thing. So I'd really hope to see him still maybe do a little bit there. But I think it's good if he just, kind of takes that break. Especially, given that that was really kind of the source, I think, of most of, that extra pressure that he's feeling on his life on top of, whatever else he has going on. So we'll see what happens there. Again, I really do hope that he pursues that. I hope that, you guys, when he does that, will jump over and, give him some support, give him some love, some subscribes. I keep wanting to say follows. I haven't streamed on Twitch in years, but so I wish him the best in luck in doing that. And I know, most of us will be there watching and helping in any way that we can. But I just wanted to go through this because, like I said, Augie's brought a lot to the table, when it comes to the overall community. STO doesn't have a great kind of community management, and I'm not knocking Kale. It's more so from a company standpoint. There's no program there. I think Kale's more of a company spokesman is what he is, as opposed to actually, a community manager and those kinds of things. And again, that's not his fault. I think that's just the model that the company has. And so people like Auggie and many others, long-term, I think have helped really kind of fill that gap a little bit in, trying to be able to kind of bridge that a little bit with the game. So we'll see what happens. Just make sure you guys are, looking out and following what's going on there. And if you're into, tabletop RPG stuff, then it sounds like that'll be right up your alley. So, all right, guys, let's go ahead and I'm going to get a refill. And then as soon as I get back, we're going to start the giveaway, and then we'll go ahead and run some TFOs. We'll probably do 3 or 4 of the red alerts. If you are a channel member, make sure that you have your Discord connected to your YouTube channel, and you will have access to the YouTube channel in Discord. And let's just take a look at that so you can see here. There's still a giveaway also going in the Discord servers, linked down in the description. 2 hours it'll pull it, and this is going to be for 5 fleet modules. And then once this is done and I chat with Martin, there'll be a new one starting that'll be for master keys. I just got to figure out how we're going to break those up, but that'll also run for a week as well. So just come on over to the channel, go to the giveaways tab, and click on that icon right there. That'll enter you in the giveaway. You don't have to do anything else. There's no requirements. Our Discord's open for anybody. If you just want to be here to click on giveaways, that's totally fine with me. If you want to interact, there's a lot of helpful, people in here, channels, information. If you love food, I shouldn't have clicked on that, should I? Kaleth. God, man, you're so organized. I want to take pictures when I'm making food, but it's a disaster. Anyways, let's get out of there. Anyway, so there's quite a bit of help and just good dudes in here. So if you're interested, jump on over. But if you are a channel member, then that will make this channel here available to you. And when we go to run TFOs, anyone that would like to jump in, you guys get priority. You'll just put your tune name that you're currently on with your @ handle, so I can just copy it and paste it into the team or the team maker. I'm sure that's not right. You know what I'm saying. If you want to run, put your handle and name down there. Okay, let me go get a refill and make sure everybody's doing good kid-wise, and then I'll be back. We'll get the giveaway started, and then we'll jump into some TFO. So I will be right back, guys. All right, I am back. Sorry about that. Wife is going to town cleaning. She's picked up a new vacuum, a Dyson, and it's bagless, and it has like this clear chamber where everything goes, and she's like really pumped about like, look at all this stuff I got off the ground. I finally got those mounts. They said they were gonna... She said these got delivered this morning, and I didn't know, but this is the little mount I've been waiting for. I don't know if you can see that. There it is. Anyways, no one cares. It's geek stuff for me. Never thought I'd be so excited about a little threaded piece of metal, but anywho. All right, let's get the giveaway going. And again, this is going to be for the responder bundle. This is for a code for PC. I'm still waiting for codes for console. The last couple that we got from Cryptic didn't work. There were some problems on the back end, so I'm a little hesitant, but I think they're working on whatever the issue was, and hopefully they'll provide me with some more of those. All right, so we're going to run this for 15 minutes. And while that is running, we will do some red alerts. Okay, let's save. Get excited about doing appliances? Yeah, well, my wife gets excited about the appliance part. I'm excited about my little threaded adapter for my mic arm. I also did get some, I was going to do the yard yesterday and I ran out of twine. It's one of these like battery ones. And I have tons of twine from like other ones, but this one takes, some special, twine cartridge. And I'm pretty excited about that. But I mean, I'm not real excited to go out into 110-degree temperature and do it, but I'll wait for sundown. Okay, sorry, I wasn't paying attention here. I didn't click it. Not raffle yet. Hold on, guys. Let me click it. All right, started giveaway. Hey Siri, set alarm for 15 minutes. Okay, if you've already put raffle in before now, put it in again, because it is now active. And I have to set a separate alarm. For some reason, the counter will just like freeze on me sometimes. It still goes and it still comes up in chat when it's done, but it'll just freeze, and I don't know why it does that. Grab Discord back. All right, and I'm just going to go in order on the teams here. So one of the perks for channel membership is priority for teaming. So we'll go through anyone that's listed in here, and then if we need to fill in gaps, I'll just randomly grab people that are around here. All right, wrong button click, counter 1. There we go. Richard, thank you for continuation on your membership there at Commander. I really appreciate it. I got to say, everything's good, man. I can't complain. There's always something, right? But that's okay. How you doing today? Good to see you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that is a full team. So next we will start here on the list on Discord with Chrome. So I'll grab you on the next one. And can I do red alerts from here? Yes, I can. I think the Elachi is probably my least favorite. This one, I've only played like one time. The Zenkethi one I really like. We're going to play that one here in a bit. We'll just kind of go down the list and skip the ones that are not super good. All right, we'll start with the Borg red alerts. We have everybody is accepted on the team. All right, here we go. Doing good? Just chilling? Awesome, man. That's good to hear. Also, so the ship I'm flying is the Janeway. People either kind of love it or hate it. I personally like it. If you guys watched CasualSAB's video the other day, he was going on about how it's like my favorite ship. And it is one of my favorites. I know the whole nacelle thing's kind of weird. And I agree, like, I'm not the biggest fan of that whole thing. I think on this ship it looks good. But my point of bringing that up is he has a giveaway going on his channel in his Discord for this ship, as well as some keys. And so if you're interested in getting this ship, if you go over to his channel, and down in the description he has his Discord listed, you can enter the giveaway to win that. Oh, I think I hit that too early. I did. Oh, don't stop there. Yeah, I really like the way this ship flies. I will say, though, that the Trailblazer, which you can buy, you know, outright in the C store, Z store, it's probably slightly better than this ship. It's got one extra weapon slot, if I remember correctly, and it's really good. It's basically this ship with a little bit better of a loadout, and it doesn't have a cloaking device, so that's the only drawback, which to me isn't a real big deal. Although the cloaking device on this, I really do like the visual, the way it looks. Yeah, you can get the Janeway from the event campaign this time. That's right. But it's a pretty powerful ship. I have this set up as a basically a torp build with a little bit of psi on the side. Legendary Scimitar gives you, yeah, what is that? Am I thinking of attack pattern Theta? That's not from the Scimitar though. That gives you, when you decloak, I think it gives you a high yield. I'm trying to think what comes off the Legendary Scimitar. This is what I'm running on. It's basically a torp mine build with a little bit of size stuff on it. Or does it? It gives you REA, doesn't it? I can't remember what comes off of that. The holographic cannon. I used that for quite a while on the ship. It's the cannon itself, maybe I'll throw it on there just for fun here. But the cannon itself, let me see if I think I have it in my inventory. I could drop DPRM for it. Let me see. The cannon itself's like okay, but the stats that it has is pretty good. Here it is. Yeah, so it gives you plus 15% critical severity for exotic damage. And then the, what is it, auxiliary power. And like I said, the cannon's okay, but it looks kind of stupid because it gives this, you know, it puts this holographic cannon on top of your ship, you know. I'll run it. I'll run it for fun here. Gables, what's up, man? Good to see you. REA's from the Derpa decks. Oh, okay. All right, let's get another team together. GG's, guys. All right. If you're just joining us, we are running a giveaway for the Responder Bundle. Exclamation point raffle in the chat, and you can enter. Everybody can enter. It is for PC only. All right. Let's do the Tholian one next. I think we'll do the Tholian one, and then we'll do the Zinkethi one. That'll probably get us pretty close to the giveaway time. Timer's still working, so we're 6 minutes on that. And time flies when a giveaway is going. Jeez. So it'll be up probably by the time we get done with this, but I'll draw the winner after we finish up the next one. All right, everybody is in. Here we go. This one, if you're on a science character, especially one that has good control, man, you can just wipe this map out quick. It's crazy. Has anyone lost their mind from running too many red alerts? I could see that happening. For me, it's nice because there's a little bit of nostalgia there, because these all used to be like in the rotation, you know, for TFOs, but there's only what 4 or 5 of them or whatever, so I can see that would happen to me. Like I said, I've only been doing it on my free to play this time around, and I didn't even do it on the last event because I didn't need any of the stuff that was in it. I probably should have done it on my free to play for the upgrades. I don't like how like the TFO is already happening when you get in here. Oh, what? Why are we going forward? There's the holographic cannon. Watch out. Look at that thing. I'm gonna die here because I'm just jacking around, but... I like it. Uh-oh. No! Oh, I can't get stuck in one of those. I don't have any kind of fire at will ability. This map's kind of plain, but the lighting in here is pretty good. We're just going to go down the list. You know, the other thing you can do too, like when you're farming these marks out, if you say you already have your rep way up, is you can trade your marks in for the lithium, which is kind of a nice feature. That's the Doctor's weapon in Voyager. That's right. The photon. He threatens somebody with it. I remember everybody on the bridge. They're like, photonic cannon. Yeah, if you're not aware, if you come over to your reputation and say you have a whole bunch of extra marks, it's already maxed out, maybe you just don't need any gear, but you need some extra dilithium, you can trade in marks. I'll do like half of mine. How many did I get for that? So I ended up getting 10,000 dilithium for that. So if you build up a whole ton of it, you can get just a crap load of dilithium. All right. Don't start barking, dog. He's over there huffing and puffing. Ooh. What do we got here? Crit ground. Damage resistant space. I'm going to go with the crit ground because we're almost full there. All right, this will be the last one, and then we will pull the giveaway. It's weird. I changed the settings in the game so that it would it wouldn't get all stuttery. You know, when you leave the game, it like throttles your CPU and stuff. So it kind of makes it look kind of glitchy. I thought that. So I did that and it works, but when I leave the game, it still like mutes the game, which is, I don't know if it's weird, but I just expected it not to do that. All right. Okay, we got a full team here. Let's do the Zinkethi one. Oh, that's loud. Okay, so the giveaway is done. So we will... Well, it should be almost done. Let me see here. We'll pull that as soon as we get done. We got 40 seconds left. So hopefully there's not a long delay. If you haven't got in, do it really, really quick. Exclamation point raffle. 30 seconds. Probably 15 by the time you hear this. All right. So on this one here, the Zinkethi red alert, there'll be 2 lanes, so we'll need half us to go to one side and the other half to go to the other. There's waves that come down and they shoot these torpedoes towards the planet. If one of those torpedoes makes it there, then we fail. So this one does have a fail condition. Even with that, it's a lot of fun. But that's really all you have to know. And so basically what you can do is you just kind of grind the waves down, but you keep kind of moving yourself forward so you get towards the back of where they're spawning, and that's where the torpedoes are coming from. So once you get back there, you can blow the ships up that are doing that, and then a final wave will come in with a dreadnought. Yep, it is over. Okay, we will go ahead and pull that as soon as we get back here. I still can't get over how big that event ship is. It's crazy. Scotty, come here. Come here. I know you can't see or hear me, but come here. No? Okay, it's not going to work. Oh, he's coming. If he thinks I'm not out here, then he'll start barking. There we go. Jelly mode is so much fun. Yeah, it is. Having fighters on intercept? Yes. Yeah, that would help stop them. There's not a whole ton of them coming, but... Alright, so why don't I go... I'll go to the left. We'll all end up meeting in the middle at the end. I'll go to the left side with... Barina, and then the other 3 of you guys go to the right side, and basically you just destroy everything around the satellite, and then start after. There'll be like a wave or 2 that spawn in, and then you'll start working your way back kind of towards this side of the map.
All ships, this is Martok. Prepare for battle. This is Captain
Gotta remember to decloak. And really, if like one of us can hold the station, and then I can go all the way to the back and take that out. All right, I'm gonna destroy their battleships. So these guys are gonna be shooting. Photonic cannon, we're gonna need that. Once we have our side down, we can go help with the other side if they need help. That should be everything. I don't see any torpedoes. Okay. Oh, they're gonna keep coming in. Okay. Okay, it's timed. Beats and KPK within. It's been a while since I ran this. Okay, torpedo, got that. I'm gonna run over and help him with the back real fast. And then I'll come back over. Okay, I don't see anything over on that side. Alright, here we go. Here comes the Dreadnought. I thought I had the Agony redistributor on here. Why not? That went down fast. Jeez, guys. I wish they would make a harder one of this. That would be really, really good. If they made this on advanced or elite. It's got like dynamic mechanics, you know, and there's those different phases. It's kind of like the one Zenkethi Front's another really good one, you know, where you're having to take down the smaller ships, pick up bombs from them, take them to their stations. Then after you do enough of them, then the Dreadnought comes in. Gravity Kills is another one. Like, I know a lot of people are like, I don't like it. And I think most people do like it. It's just hard if not everybody on the team knows exactly what to do. This is a nice looking fleet here. Let's get a picture of this. The wormhole in the back. I have an old mission that's no longer in the game. I can't remember what it's called. I'll have to look here. But the mission, you enter it in at the wormhole. So you see I have this white line up here, or this marker on my map. So that's an old mission that I have. And so as soon as you get close to it or within this, it actually opens the wormhole. So if I stay here, it'll stay open indefinitely with that older mission. I need to make sure I share that to one of my alts on my free-to-play account, just so it's saved, because you can't pick it up anywhere anymore. So the only way to get it is to have somebody share it to you, which is kind of cool. Maybe we'll do a day, anybody that's looking for it, we'll just share those out, so if anybody that wants to be able to control the wormhole by approaching it can have it. I don't like having to go close to the black hole. Yeah, no, I hear you. But that's just the thing, right? Like, it's a good variety of hazards that they've put into that one, and it's different than like everything else. Don't get me wrong, it's tough, and I've struggled through it a lot of times. But the more I play, and especially, you know, when you're in the end game, like having, you know, variety and challenging things that are, you know, made up of, you know, different things you don't see in all the different TFOs, for me, you know, these days makes it a lot of fun. Armada take back DS9? Yeah, there we go. I have my first attempt at demo record ever, I recorded right here. In fact, we were all lined up for somebody else's stream with a bunch of like TOS ships. I'll have to see if I could find that and play it. I think it's buried in my files somewhere. Maybe I'll play it for us next week. It was my first attempt, so it's not like the greatest by any means. All right, let's go ahead and pull this giveaway. So like this time, my timer paused at 5 seconds. It's weird. All right, so we have 109 entries. I'll just scroll through it slowly here. This bot's been pretty good. Every now and then it won't give you a response in chat, and I've had a few people contact me about that, and I went back and checked, and every single time they were in for the drawing. This is more so if there's any question after the fact, it's on video, and I can just go back and pause it. All right, so let's go ahead and pick the winner. So if you win, I'll need you to sound off in chat. I'm going to ask you whether or not you have Discord to confirm, and then I'm going to ask you to send me a DM. Once you do that after the stream, I'm going to eat, and then after that, I'll get with you for the verification process, and then I'll get the code sent over to you. All right, so here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Dan Bevan. Dan, are you here? If you are, please say something in chat and let me know whether or not you use Discord. And we will give you 2 minutes to respond, just in case you have a little bit of a delay. If you don't, then we'll redraw. There he is. Awesome. Congratulations, man. Do you use Discord? If you don't use Discord and a couple other things, and I don't find out right now, then I won't have any way to coordinate with you after the fact. So I do use Discord. Awesome. So just shoot me a DM, and then as soon as I get done with lunch, I'll get back with you, and we will get your code. Congratulations on that, bud. You don't need to bark. I'm right here. All right, so let's go ahead and complete that. Let's put that actually back because I'll need that after. All right, and then another reminder in the Discord server available to everybody is a giveaway running right now. There's 11 minutes left for it, and this is for 5 fleet modules. Once this is done, and again, after lunch, I'll be putting up another giveaway for master keys. Most likely, it'll be like 20 of them, and 5 winners is kind of what I was thinking. But again, I need to chat with Martin on that. So that'll come up after. If you're not in the Discord, links down in the description. Make sure you take advantage of that. We got all kinds of awesome food pictures. I am so hungry. What do we got? What did Caliph make last night? I feel like there's a war going on here with Caliph and who's the other person? They've been posting some good stuff. Yes, there it is. Grog. Grog's been posting some good stuff too. What you want, bud? Are you hungry? Oh, I'm starving. Sorry, it's my kid Riker. He's sneaking in on me. Yeah, look at that. All right, we better stop. We better stop. So anyways, join the Discord, hit up the giveaway if you're a channel member. Again, make sure you have your Discord connected with YouTube, and you'll be able to access the channel. We use this for queuing up, and then sometimes I'll post behind the scenes stuff and just whatever. So here's a little secret. I played Fortnite the other day. I know, I'm ashamed. Actually, what happened was I was working. My wife streams during the day when I'm working, and I went inside and she was on a Be Right Back screen. I don't know if she went to get a drink or something, so I just jumped in and took over her stream for a few moments. Luckily, I didn't die right away, so I didn't have any kills, and I could barely walk around. But anyways, so there's that kind of stuff in there. And if you post, in here questions or want to chat or whatever, I generally respond to everybody in this channel. I tried to in some of the other ones, but there's a lot happening in a lot of these channels, so I am not going to respond to everything in every single one. All right. What do we have coming up this week? We have the rest of that event. I'm guessing, what is it? We should be hearing soon, either this week or next week, on details of the next event campaign. I'm guessing that we're going to see some sort of new content for that, either TFO, a couple missions, patrols, something. Because from what I've been able to kind of piece together, this event that's currently happening, they said they had to basically drop it in because they had to rearrange the schedule because of some delays. And so if they were going to rerun some other, event or TFOs or whatever that was already in the game, they wouldn't have needed to do that for the event campaign that's coming up. So my assumption is that we're going to see something new from that. So hopefully the reward for the actual campaign or the event itself is interesting as well. So that'll be cool. So I'll be looking out for that. We'll start hearing about that either this week or next week. I also have some info. It looks like we'll probably be seeing a new promo ship popping out, and I think a lot of people are going to be pretty stoked about it. I won't say much more than that, but maybe we'll talk about that in the Discord channel. Anyways, all right. So that is everything. Also, if you had seen pop up, I am doing a little bit of World of Warships. It's just another game that I really enjoy playing. I will be streaming it kind of off and on, and those streams will all be play with friends. And viewers. So if you guys play the game or want to check it out, I have a video. It's right on the homepage of my channel, and it just goes over kind of what the game is and what I like about it and what I don't like about it. There's also a referral link in there. I posted it on Twitter as well. I get a little bit of something from that, and then you also get in-game loot. You get some ships, port slots, in-game money. It is 100% free to play. Check it out if that's something you're interested in, or if you already play the game and maybe have taken a break. It's a lot funner with friends, so get it reinstalled, and next time I'm live on Warships, you can jump in and play with me. I think that does it all. Come play War Thunder. I played, what's the other one? It might be War Thunder. I did play that a while back. I'll check it out again. I've gotten really like playing Star Citizen and then like Ace Combat with all like the controls and stuff, if I can configure it similar to that, because if I remember right, it was a little different, but I think you can change it to fly a little bit. Like if you fly with the mouse, obviously it's kind of weird, but I'll check it out. I'll check it out, Seaple. Is 100% being trolled by OP aircraft carriers? Yeah, I don't want to get off the rails here, but don't get me wrong. There's times where I go in on a low tier, and in the high tier is an aircraft carrier, and then they focus me, and it sucks, right? So there is kind of some extreme situations where it's a real bummer, but I think overall it's good. It adds a dynamic to the game that, you know, makes it more interesting. But don't get me wrong. I mean, there's sometimes I'm a little frustrated about it. I'm not one of those people that are gonna, you know, hate or complain, though. I just don't complain about stuff. I mean, things are the way they are, and it's not a big enough problem for me to, you know, not play the game. I'm still able to do fairly well. You know, 50% win rate in that game is pretty good, considering that, you know, especially, you know, I mean, it really depends on your team, right? So I really like playing the brawls. I like playing the operations and stuff, which is cool because we can team up, you know, with larger groups. You're going, you know, scenarios and stuff against, you know, AI with objectives, which is pretty cool. Let's see here. Star Citizen. I'm working on that. I'm not a full-time streamer, right? I mean, and I don't want to be. But there are other games that I would like to play, or that I do play, that I would like to expose on my channel so I can, you know, kind of break some of that up. I'm not going to change any of the amount of STO or any of those kinds of things. That's what this channel was built around, and it's still, you know, my #1 game. But I do play quite a few other games as much as STO, and if not in some cases more on certain weeks if there's events happening that I'm not playing. They made it through the porn bots right at the end. Jesus. I'm not going to go through and report all these right now, whatever. If you guys want to click on those and get viruses, go for it. I'll filter that out at the end. I can't believe they made it through. You want that Styx? It's a good ship. Martin gave me one. I still haven't unpacked it yet. I'm just trying to figure out. I sit on stuff for a long time. Like the last event campaign on my main account, I sat on that. Like I didn't even choose a reward for like months after. It's so stupid too, because I spent like a lot of time like playing through every single, you know, extra bit that I can of all the events just so I could get it all done early. And then I sat on it for like 3 months before I even claimed it. I just can't make my mind up. No bots for us. Yep. Get them out of here. They are wanting hugs too? Yeah, they are. All right, guys. I'm starting to my tummy is grumbling. I am ready to go eat. The problem is too is if I wait too long and I get too hungry, I just make some microwavable crap because I can't wait. So I'm gonna make something good. I don't know what yet, but all right, guys. That does it. So until next time, have a good one. Thank you very much for watching. We'll have videos coming out this week and more live streams next week. Thank you again to all the channel members. Kayla, thank you very much for the gifted. And also, who was the other one? Let me go to the dashboard. Is that Chrome Nuke? Or Cesspool? How can I see that? I think that was Chrome Nuke. It was Cesspool. It was Cesspool, that's right. Okay. All right. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Spoil me. All right, guys. Have a good one. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate y'all. Donald07, have a good one. Dan, have a good one, bud. Appreciate you. Amder, thanks for being here. Thanks. Appreciate you. Rob, there he is. That's okay. You caught it right at the end, man. Have a good one, dude. Intriguing. Good to see you again. We're going to talk soon. Cesspool, thanks again, man. I appreciate you. Have a good one, guys. Thank you very much.